challenges and meet new people. Christmas is the season.
Yeah, I don't need it. It was supposed to be Christmas is the reason. Sorry, not season.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
wrote season.
Okay, thank you.
So you read it right, but.
You do her not yours.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? I didn't bring my phone, so I don't have a timing device.
Do you want, here, use my
Yeah.
stopwatch.
Well, I have a watch, but you need to have it's a smart one.
It is.
Hit
the wrong button. There you go.
Does anyone have a projector?
Just tap on it.
Has that been
And
used
then
around
that's to go, and then it'll pop up
projector,
a pause,
laptop?
like go and pause,
for
and then
speeches?
there's a
I have a projector and I have a screen at my house.
Steven used one once when he posted pictures of
Can I move this up
we just
front?
needed. We have the school little
Is that
yellow
okay?
screen.
Because I'll remember to use it, because
We haven't tried it
I've
on
got
screen.
perfect spot
I'll
in my
always use it.
speech.
Oh, it went dead. I mean, it went black. Now what do I do?
Just hit the button on the side.
This one?
Get that.
Okay.
All right. Customer service. What is customer service to you? Do you believe that no matter what we are doing or who we are interacting with, we are always performing a customer service role? Sometimes customer service is not the person we think it should be. It's not the person buying a ticket at the movie theater. It may be a mother's obstinate child. It may be a teacher's headstrong pupil. And it may be a salesman's, boy, that threw me off, a salesman's prospect. So I want, the all-knowing they say that the customer is always right. But what happens when they're not? What happens when that's not the case? So I want to share with you guys a customer service experience that I have had. I used to work for a venue that would put on many family-friendly events throughout the year. Sometimes these were cost prohibitive, especially to larger families. Sometimes they were not, but more often than not, events are expensive to put on and companies have to be able to keep the lights on. I had a woman who had purchased tickets to our brand new, kinks not yet worked out, holiday light display. The weather was expected to be bad, and so she called to exchange her tickets. Now we had a no refunds policy, and it was very clearly stated, no refunds. But you could pay a flat fee to exchange your tickets. And so she paid the fee and rescheduled her tickets. The following week, another record-breaking snowstorm is in the forecast, and it is barreling down fast. So this woman very proactively calls to exchange her tickets. And again, she is told that she is going to have to pay this fee. Well, it's about 7:55 p.m. and she gets my poor 18-year-old employee who has absolutely no power to do anything. And she says, "I'm sorry, I'd like to help you, but you have to talk to a manager." The call did not go very well. That employee ended up calling me in tears, telling me how mean this woman was to her. So this woman calls back a third time. This time she calls back when I'm in the office. And rather than calmly explain her situation, she immediately starts yelling at me and screaming at me. Now we know honey catches flies better than vinegar, right? And I had it in my power to bend the policy and refund her exchange fees. But I was stubborn. I was feeling attacked, and I didn't have to break policy. So I didn't. She was yelling at me so much that I had gathered an audience of people around my desk who could hear her yelling at me. And no, she was not on speakerphone. So I'm feeling very justified in not giving her back her $10. Well, the next day, I had taken the morning off so that I could enjoy my son singing in his choir at the Festival of Trees. As my husband and I are driving up there, I check my email. Should not have done that. As the manager of guest information in the box office, all the contact us emails came to me. And what did I find in my email but a message from this woman who did not know she was messaging me. And instead of being an attack on our policies and our procedures and our prices, it was an attack on me personally. And all of my failures that I had put onto this woman. And boy, let me tell you, this did not help my feelings on the matter very much. With her, I wanted to tell her where to go, how to get there, and what to do when she got there, because she was pushing all of my buttons. I didn't. Don't worry, I can show a little bit of restraint. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to sit on this, and I'm going to think this through, because right now she's just getting to me. And I'm on my way to see my son perform, and I don't want her to ruin his experience. So as I walk into the festival and I take my seat, the choir comes up on stage and starts taking their places. I am sitting in a juxtaposition of this angry woman who's just pushing all my buttons, and this beautiful experience that I'm just about to have for my son. The choir starts to sing, and they sing the line, "Christmas is the season when we do something kind without a reason." Christmas is the season when we are kind without a reason. That line changed my entire attitude. I responded to that woman right away. I went out into the entrance of the expo hall, sat down at a table, and I emailed her. And I said to her, I have to be honest, I have been being yelled at for weeks about these prices and these policies. And I apologize that came out on you. I knew in that moment that not only had I failed my customer, but I had failed myself. I had failed my family, I had failed the example that I set for my children. And so I have moved forward every day since that day. Whenever there is an instance where it would be easy for me to misplace my anger on somebody who doesn't deserve it. You know, my cell phone company, they didn't live up to their contract. What good would it do for me to call them and yell at the person on the phone? That person didn't set the policies. So I want to challenge you guys. Think of that line. Christmas is the season when we do kind things without a reason. And let's make Christmas every season. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.